let's talk about the Bread of Life and where we at now, the Temenos.
Yeah, well, first of all, the Bread of Life, we started 27 years ago, serving a hot meal to homeless men and women, 500 a day.
A day?
A day, yeah.
Wow.
For 20 years we served that meal. And then we, ultimately ended up in other services, providing HIV testing and counseling. We ultimately opened a school for young children who were affected or infected with HIV. Ran that school for 10 years. We have been really involved in the fabric of this community for many years. As a matter of fact, right after Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, it dawned on us that Houston was getting ready to receive another 300,000 plus residents, new residents. And in that process, we decided to move also from basic services, hot meals and food, to housing. So our Bread of Life continues to this day to do what we call disaster relief programming to this community because we've been hit by Harvey in this area as well. We distribute right now 12 tons of fresh produce every week to about 600 families every week.
Wow.
And we've been doing that for many, many years.
Yes.
But from that, we also launched an FM radio station about 4 years ago. The amazing 102.5 FM in Houston, and that's good. Gives us an opportunity to move our message into some new quadrants. So we call it disaster radio.
Disaster radio.
Yeah, disaster relief radio actually. Where we're getting messages out to the community about ways to restore your life, to put your finances back together, to put your families back together, the way to move forward. And the only way we discovered over the years to mitigate homelessness is to give people a place to live.
Yes.
So we formed the Temenos Community Development Corporation about 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and built our first housing project. And that's when Beyonce, her mom Tina, and her sister Solange came alongside and literally helped us to get that first housing project moving. It's called the Knowles Temenos Place Apartments. It's a wonderful place, a beautiful building, and the 42 residents that live there have a Class A space to live. The building we're in right now is the third Temenos project. I'm sorry, the second Temenos project.
It's the second one.
The second one, Temenos 2 we call it, and it's an 80-unit affordable housing building. Yes. And this one is just an amazing place where 80 amazing people live who are experiencing restoration themselves. We have a third one, a third Temenos building, apartment building, not too far from this one, where we provide sort of intensive housing to a very vulnerable population. The people who live in that complex are people who are the most vulnerable on the streets, who now have a place to call home. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. We look at the future. We are preparing right now to build 230 more units.
A whole community.
Right, another whole community. Yes. And that project will cost another $50 million that we are right now together. Putting together to make happen. We've already done about 30 million in development in Houston so far. That's just housing development. We're right now